Hello, sir. How do you feel about going into your appointment today? You don't know? Of course, you have to push the button. He has to push the button, you guys. Okay. He has to push the button. All right, let's find the elevators because we have to go upstairs to the second floor. Oh, the elevators are right here. Right here. Push the button.
We have to keep the dragon away from the castle. It's such a special castle. It's so quiet.
All right, you guys, so we have made it to the appointment. Our appointment was at 8:30, but the lady was kind of on the phone, so we didn't get checked in until about 8:35, but yeah. We're sitting here in what they call the quiet room. Excuse my hair. It's a mess today. I had the window rolled down when we were in the car. We were on the freeway, and yeah, this happened. So anyway, this is called the quiet room, but the quiet room has a TV and a space where you can color and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty nice. It keeps them, it looks like it keeps them, it's made to like keep them entertained. So that's always a good thing. So right now we're just waiting for the doctor to call us so that way we can go back into the room and get this first appointment started. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, like this is my first appointment for him to see what's going on. So I'm really going to dive in with the questions and see, you know, what's going on or if we're going to get anything resolved today. Probably not today. We won't get anything like resolved, but, you know, I definitely, like I said, have questions and everything like that. So hopefully they're able to answer my questions and go from there. You know, I come to think of it, I don't even think I started out this video for you guys. So, hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Amber, and we are back with another video. I know I'm super late coming into the intro, but whatever. Today is, what's today? June 24th? I don't know the time. It's almost about 9 o'clock, and we are at Josiah's first appointment to see if he's on the spectrum for autism. Can you say hi? He took his pill this morning, so he's a little... If anybody has kids that are on regular medication for their ADHD and stuff, then they know that this is about what it is when the pill finally kicks in. But I don't not give him his medicine unless it's the weekends, and I don't give him his medicine. But during the week, I always keep him on his medicine rotation. But are you gonna say hi? There he goes. Can you tell him how old you are? 7. And what's your name?
2.
You don't want to tell them your name? What if they don't know your name? You're tired. Well, his name is Josiah. If you guys don't know, Josiah is 7 years old, and I took him to go get evaluated, and they said that he has ADHD, a sensory disorder, some speech delay, and some things like that. If you have not yet already checked out the video where I was talking about the signs that I think that he has autism, please make sure to go check that out. It'll be in the description box below, so make sure you go check that out. But yeah, like I said, right now we're just waiting for the doctor to come in and talk to us about it.
There you go.
Oh, look. They brought in some magnets for him to play with, so he's gonna play with the magnets. Keep him busy while he's waiting, because he's a very impatient child. So I thought I'd jump on here real quick and do my intro, considering I hadn't done it yet, because this morning, you know, if you don't know, I do have 3 other boys, and my older son is 11. Josiah is 7, Isaac is 3, and then my baby is 1. So they all went to daycare, not my 11-year-old, but everybody else went to daycare. So it was pretty hectic this morning trying to get everybody up to daycare on time and get to his appointment on time. Sorry. Jesus. Why didn't y'all tell me that was sitting right there? But yeah, trying to get everybody to their destinations on time and then get him to his destination on time was just a little bit hectic this morning. So we missed our intro, but that's okay. We pieced it together. So one more thing is, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell button so that way you don't miss out on any future videos from us. And we're just going to wait for the doctor to come in right now. So I'll catch up with you guys once we're done with our appointment, give you guys a heads up on what they say.
Because it helps you understand like what a sensory processing, and he fits a lot of this.
Okay.
But occupational therapy just helps him regulate his emotions better.
Okay.
What fills my bucket? I know I don't like this feeling, but what can I do instead to make myself feel better? And I think you found a lot of those puzzles, fidgets, games, retreating to my room. You found a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I want him to find what his, so that he doesn't depend on you all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the good thing is it's right by your house. So, well, not right by, but blank downtown. You can use valet parking, and you can just, it's right in that front.
Okay.
It might take a little bit of time to get into it, but that would be super helpful.
Okay.
So if you're okay with it, I would like to refer him to OT.
Yeah.
So that we can get started on that.
Okay.
The other thing, we're gonna get his hearing tested downtown too.
Okay.
At blank. That'll be covered by insurance. OT is completely covered by insurance.
Okay.
You don't pay a cent. So, anxiety. Some kids do totally fine with this base level of anxiety. You push them to the deep end of the pool, you tell them they're brave, we overcome it. It's a little bit of a problem, but it's okay. Other kids, the entire family is walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
It is a disaster. You can't go places, you can't do things. You're always worried about the next phone call from daycare. I kind of feel like that's like maybe your house sometimes.
Yeah.
When it becomes impairing like that and families can't function, that's when I talk about medications. I'm like you. I don't think medications work for everybody. I think that there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
And I usually start with therapy. But when it becomes impairing to a child's life and they aren't happy sometimes and they're sad and their emotions are all out of whack, that's when I advocate for just adding a little bit of a whiff of an anti-anxiety, or it's called an SSRI. So it increases the amount of serotonin in your brain, that feel good, kind of take that weight off your shoulders, just so that he can be happier and things don't go from 0 to 60 super fast like that. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I start with like half of a small dose.
Okay.
And it's a medication that is very few side effects. It can make him sleepy, so I say give it at night.
Okay.
It can make your tummy hurt a little bit, give it at night, and you won't see that. Very, very few side effects. The only bad thing is, you know how ADHD medicine, you give it and it works immediately?
Yeah.
The SSRIs, or the anti-anxieties, take about 3 weeks to work.
Oh, okay.
So it's something that you can't skip weekends. You have to give it to him every single night.
Okay.
But if you miss a dose, you're not going to see that dramatic effect like you'd see with an ADHD med. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Super long acting, so it takes a long time to build up in your system, especially with such a low dose, and then you kind of hang tight here. But it's not like something you get addicted to or we have to wean off of or anything like that.
Okay.
Not super scary like that.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. All right, you guys, so I made it back home and I basically inserted a clip of what the doctor was talking about. So they basically ruled out autism. So, I mean, I'm very happy about that. Wasn't like I don't want to say I wasn't concerned that he had autism, because if he did, obviously I'm his parent, I'm his primary parent. I was going to handle it, and we were going to seek and do everything I could to further the process. If he did have autism, I was going to do my job as a parent to make sure he got the proper help and everything like that he needed. But it is a little bit of a sigh of relief that he does not have autism. But she did say that he does basically have a sensory disorder after everything I told her, the paperwork, what the teachers have said, just some things that she kind of observed herself. She can definitely tell that he does have some sort of sensory disorder. So she did give me this pamphlet right here, and it basically just gives me a couple different things to look at, things that I've already noticed, which is exactly why we're in the situation we're in now, because of things that I've already noticed. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of things on here because it gives you symptoms of sensory. So, I mean, it's like a whole list of things that you can look for in your child and it's probably harder to see, like a whole list of things that you can look for that if your child has a sensory disorder, you can basically see. A lot of these only eat certain foods or textures. I mean, there's a lot of these. Probably about over half of this list, he definitely shows signs of. But yes, I'm so happy that we were able to rule out autism. But like I said, if he did, I would have done my job as a parent to make sure he got all the help that he needed, the resources, everything like that. She did also refer me to OT, which is occupational therapy for his sensory. So I gotta wait to get a call for an appointment for that. And then I don't know if I had it in the clip that I showed about his what is that thing? Anxiety. So she thinks that he has a form of anxiety because of how angry he gets so fast. She feels like he may have some sort of anxiety. And it's hard to think about when you actually think about anxiety because I've never known anxiety to be in children. But again, this is exactly why I'm doing my job as a parent, to rule out everything, every possible thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my child to grow up struggling for behavioral or anything like that. I want my child to have the best education, the best outlook at life, the best opportunities. I want my son to have all the opportunities he can have growing up. So I'm going to do my job as early as I can to make sure that he does have all of those things. So basically, she wants me to put him on an anxiety medication for his outbursts, for his sudden outbursts, for his sudden aggravation so quickly. I am on the fence, obviously, because it is another medication. And sometimes I feel like doctors, they just shove medication down kids' throat. But when she described it to me, she said it definitely is going to help. But it does take about 3 weeks to kick in. So I am a little nervous about how long it does take to kick in, because in 3 weeks, it's like, will I see a difference? Will I not see a difference? And she said to give it to him at nighttime because it will give him an upset stomach feeling. She said not a throw up feeling, but a feeling of when you get butterflies because you're going to ride a roller coaster, you're super anxious. It'll give him that sort of an upset stomach feeling. So she said sometimes it's better to give him at night, but it is a pill that he has to take every single day. It's not like his ADHD medicine where he can only take it, when you feel as needed. My son does take his ADHD medicine Monday through Friday for behavioral purposes. I don't give it to him on the weekends because I do deal with my son's behavior when he's at home. I don't like to put him on medication to deal with it. I will deal with it and everything like that. So that's where we are at with it. So he officially does not have does not have autism. And she thinks that he has anxiety and definitely does have a sensory disorder. So that's where we're at with that. But yeah, other than that, she said he's good, he's healthy, he's growing right, he's as tall as he needs to be, he's as healthy as he needs to be. So that's where we're at with that. I'm super excited. We got some answers today. I'm super excited to be starting this new chapter in his life of occupational therapy to try to figure out some other things to control his anger, control his outbursts. So that's where we're at with that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because I wanted this video to mainly be about what that process is with him and what we're going through with that. So I'm going to end that video here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell button so that way you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll keep you guys updated with the occupational therapy and everything, his medication he has to be on and everything like that. But I will see you guys in the next video, and y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.